Yay! It's Ostomonday. Woohoo! So this topic today is food. Before I had my operation, I would eat. My diet wasn't particularly good, and I have Crohn's disease. So when the symptoms of Crohn's started playing up, so the cramps, the pain, it was difficult, more and more difficult to eat because I didn't want to eat because of the fact that it hurt. It put me off eating. So not only that, but then what I did eat, because my intestines were so damaged, it wasn't absorbing anything. I just ended up losing a lot of weight. And after my operation, let's just say I recovered very well and I put on a lot of weight. And the reason was because I was so underweight. They just said, just eat whatever you want to eat. So I did. And I ate things like Haribo sweeties and crisps and chocolate and stuff that's very, very, very bad for you. But it was stuff that helped me put on weight very quickly, which was fine, but yeah, not very healthy. So now my problem is, now that I'm losing weight, what can I eat that's healthy? Because it's very easy to eat crisps and stuff. It's very kind of, no roughage, it's just your classic carb and everything. Whereas the healthier stuff is where you probably have a bit more of a challenge. Things that are quite high in fibre, not necessarily great for people with Crohn's disease, and not necessarily great with people with ostomies. Same with things like seeds. A lot of people say, oh, you know, seeds and nuts are a good source of protein, and it's healthy and it's good roughage and all that. But again, I have an ileostomy, and having seeds is a risk of a block or a blockage. So things like tomatoes I steer clear from. Things like nuts and seeds, and like even stuff to the point where, like, if I have a burger, fine, but what if it has sesame seeds on it? Stuff like that I have to think about now. And a lot of places, like a lot of menus, if I eat out, it does say, you know, it's on a sesame seed bun or a floured bun or whatever. But there's no harm in asking. Just ask them whether there's seeds or not. The other thing I can't have is things like popcorn, which I love. But yeah, can't have popcorn. Apparently that can swell in the intestine. Same with mushrooms, which I really miss because I used to snack on mushrooms all the time. And I can't have them anymore. What else do I avoid? Though they say avoid pineapple, but I've eaten pineapple and it's fine. A lot of people will try all those foods I've just said and not have any problems whatsoever. But then some people have had issues where it's just not gone well. I had a blockage with apple, which you wouldn't have thought would be that bad, but it's the skin. I think the apple flesh, it's like the inside of the apple is fine, because I've had it in apple crumble or apple pie, and it's always been fine. But as soon as I had like an actual apple, oh no, I ended up in hospital. But eventually it did kind of move on its own. But yeah, I was kind of worried I'd have to have my stoma flushed out, which I did not want. So yeah, I kind of just have to be careful, especially, like I say, with healthy foods, which tend to be high in sort of roughage. And there's certain foods that you can have that will, let's just say, influence the output of the stoma. So certain foods will either slow digestion down, things like marshmallows, bananas, stuff like that. Stuff will speed it up, like, well, orange juice. Fruit generally will probably tend to, like most people, kind of flush things through. People have had experience with caffeine, so when they've had caffeine, it can increase output. I've not really found that much of a difference, to be honest, so I've just carried on drinking caffeine. Water is important. That was one of my questions, actually, from my friend Kaylee. Hi. She asked about my hydration levels, and that is one of the things that I've noticed, is that I do have to drink a lot more water, mainly because you can get dehydrated quickly with an ileostomy. That's because it's not connected to your colon, which is where you absorb most of the water from your food. Because I don't use my colon, because it's not connected to anything, it's just sort of sat floating around. I have to make sure I drink more water to kind of hydrate myself. I did read somewhere, or maybe I heard from somewhere, I think maybe my surgeon told me, or maybe I read it, that because after a certain period of time, your small intestine will start to try and absorb the stuff that your large intestine used to, as a way of adapting. Like, your body learns that it's no longer absorbing, I think, what's the word, vitamin B12, for example, because I have to have injections of them. So your small intestine will try to, sorry, I've got a message on my phone. My small intestine will try to absorb stuff, but obviously not to the full capacity of the colon. That's what I read. I don't know if it's true. If you know if that's true, then tell me, because it'd be interesting. It's like adapting to, like, I don't know what I'm talking about. But it'd be interesting to see if it is true. So yeah, it's kind of sad to think that I might not ever have tomatoes again, or anything with seeds, or popcorn, or mushrooms. But at the same time, I'm thinking, it's only like certain food groups. It's not going to make a massive difference. It's just like the same with people with intolerances to things. They just cut out that food and they're fine. And at first it was very difficult, but I mean, it's 2 years now since I had my operation, and cutting out certain foods is not that bad. And to be honest, I've been a bit more brave with the foods I eat. Like, what was it recently? Noodles from a Chinese takeaway. Yes, I'm trying to be good, but yes, I had Chinese. But there was bean sprouts in it, and I'm sure I remember somewhere saying, don't have bean sprouts, don't have bean sprouts. But I had them, and I was fine. So I think if you're brave, you can try in a small amount. Just try those foods. If you're fine, maybe have a little bit more, or just stick to just a little bit. Or if you don't want to risk it, don't. You don't have to. It's your body. But yeah, me personally, I'm quite happy knowing that I know what foods I can have, and I don't feel like I have to try. But maybe like my New Year's resolution would be, maybe try something with, I don't know, I can't think of anything at the minute, but yeah, just try something new. I remember when I was too scared to even have cucumber, because apparently that had seeds in it. Yet when you think about it, it's pretty much all water, a cucumber. It's like water with a bit of skin on it. That's why I always think of cucumber. It's like, there's nothing to it. You can just eat a whole cucumber, it does nothing. So I eat a lot of cucumber. And I'm sure I've accidentally eaten a pepper seed or something like that, and I've not died. So I need to be less scared. But yeah, I'm quite okay with not eating certain foods. But yeah, I don't know what your experiences are with certain foods. Whether you've had, a bad experience with a particular type of food, or if you've tried stuff that's not allowed and actually it's been fine. I don't know. I'll try and find like a list of the stuff that they say not to have, and then I'll just put it at the end of the video so you can see exactly what I'm rambling on about. Oh my god, it's been 8 minutes. I'm going to stop talking now. And I'll upload this. So have a very happy Ostomonday, and do feel free to comment and stuff. I'm sorry this has been so rambly. But make your own video, which is less rambly and a bit more sense. Yeah, do it. Okay, bye!